This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go, D. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
On 1st and 10, Graves. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a gain of 35. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Man, I got you. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down now, it's Miles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 47's the one. Check, check, 47.
Operating from the gun. Graves to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive here. Look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Gibson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Now. Motion. Reset, reset, reset.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards. First down, Broncos.
Here we go. 18 Gator. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, check. General West. You go tight. 5.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after 1.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now Locke completes it to Lee. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a carry for Lindsey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Locke going to try and throw on third down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
You draw quarters. Ready.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Steelers 17, Broncos 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Better bring.
From the gun, Graves, big hold of the 30. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
The Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You got nothing to that.
Operating from the gun, Graves. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Graves. Open man here is Gentry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Make these babies cry on the way back home.
From the gun, Graves. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
47. Check, 47. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey.
2nd and 2. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bradley Chubb in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Set, hut. 60 Halow. 47. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Big dad, squeeze. Come, go. Kill.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Going for it all. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check. Recon, 132 fighter. 24, check 24. Kill. Shoot.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be fielded at the 6. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
To throw on 2nd down. Graves. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Graves. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Pause. Watch the twist. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Hey, check. 58, boys. 58.
Back to throw. Graves. He finds his tight end, Gentry. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the gun, Graves. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool the...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. All
right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The first scoring update now from Carolina, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to throw on second down. Graves. And some room to roam now. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
50, Mike's 50. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, now look at that. Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? It's a party.
Block now on third and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Looking to throw. Graves. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Check. Hey. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. I got it.
To throw again. Graves. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go. Motion. Stop Mike 42. Now watch one.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On 1st down, Graves. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Slam.
On 2nd down, it's Miles. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Protein spill. Snap.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Locke now on first down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
We better not.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call.
50's the mic. Hey, Haywood. Go. My 50. Yeah. Shoot.
On second down, here's Locke. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. On third down, here's Lindsey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Graves. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Go 58 to the mic.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A.J. Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here's Locke. Airing it out for Hamilton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Let's go now. Touchdown. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
On 1st down, Miles. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Miles. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
No.
Back to throw. Graves. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal operating from the 8-yard line.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Tighten down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Miles. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Looking to throw. Graves. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They look to throw. It's Locke. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going with Lindsay. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.